Hi everyone, my name is Sophia and I'm a trainee solicitor at a city law firm, and today I want to talk about tips for securing vacation schemes. When you join university, your first year, you're very excited, you meet loads of people and have socials and parties, and you really think about vacation schemes in your second year. But that is too late because there are some people that applied for first year programs and already received offers for an assessment center for vacation scheme, or even an offer to attend vacation scheme straight away, so effectively skipping the whole process. So my tip number one would be to be very proactive in your first year. I know that it is very tempting to just do all the fun social things, but it will put you in a great position if you are proactive and if you attend open days, if you attend networking events and take it very seriously. You're not just there to have free nibbles and a drink, but you are already gathering the information about law firm, because one of the difficult things is really to differentiate all the firms that are out there. But your answer when you are applying for firms for vacation scheme is you need to make your answer very tailored and very unique to that firm. And how will you do that? It can be, you can do a lot of research and try to find that works for you, but getting those experiences in and putting the evidence and the steps that you have taken to find out more about the firm through, like I've said, networking events and through law firm dinners, for example, or open days, and you're given examples of a partner that you had a conversation in, and maybe that partner is a partner in capital markets, and maybe he mentions a particular deal that you talk about, and you find that really interesting, and you say, well, actually I mentioned in capital markets, and you link that that experience, that example in your answer. I think that just really enhances your application form overall. And as well, it really helps you to differentiate the firms. You start to feel a different energy and vibe, for example, in American firms or Magic Circle or Silver Circle, and that will give greater depth to your answer as well as to why this firm, which is really the number one question that that the application form will ask. And my number two tip would be really take advantage of law fairs. I know that law fairs, when they are held in person, sometimes are seen as places where you can just get free water bottles, and they're not really taken seriously. But one example is that I'll mention is it was a particular firm that I was applying to, and I had a great conversation with an associate. Didn't really think much of it afterwards, but my name was actually flagged to graduate recruiter, and when I actually joined the firm, they said, oh, Sophia, it's you. Yes, your name was flagged by X, and she said you really asked some really good questions, and it was a great conversation. So don't overlook law fairs, and when you are attending, have a list, because they can be really overwhelming. There could be so many different law firms present. Have a list of firms that you want to get more information from, and already you should be thinking about doing a bit of research beforehand, and you should be thinking about even looking at the application questions themselves. You should have a list of them and see what are the questions, and you need to be going there with the focus and the target of building your application questions, because again, one of the very popular one is why this firm, why international commercial law firm, and you can ask that to the person you're speaking to. You can ask them, so why are you interested in this firm? Why were you interested? Why did you qualify here? Why not an American firm? What is the difference? You can ask these questions, and they will help you as well. And ask them about any particular trends that are coming in. Ask them about, well, can you give me examples of different AI technology that your firm is using? You can ask direct questions. They don't just have to be about, tell me about the culture, also an important one, but they can be really specific and direct, because trainees and associates, they have accumulated and gathered so much information just by being at the firm. Because when you are starting out and you are trying to fill these applications, it can be so hard. It really can, because you want to give an in-depth answer. So really use law fairs, use open days, use first year programs as well to really get that depth in, because like I've mentioned, research may not go far enough. And another little tip that I'll mention is LinkedIn as well. So if you are interested in a law firm and you haven't had the opportunity to attend an open day, or you haven't spoken to them at law fair, or you don't really have that information base, get in touch, just by searching from someone from Herbert Smith Freehills, for example, and you see the associates feel free to directly message them. That's something that I did, and I found that in most cases they do respond, and they're very happy to answer your questions. And again, using their name and the area that they practice in and what you have spoken about in your application form is really important. But even with LinkedIn as well, after you attend a law fair and you speak to someone, ask them, can I follow up with you after the event if I have a question? And in my experience, everybody that I've spoken to were more than happy for you to do that. And I did that afterwards as well, because sometimes you just don't have the time to really get in depth in a particular question. You do have to make the rounds, you have to see so many law firms. So get their contact details and do follow up. It's very important. The same with graduate recruiters, because your name needs to be kind of on the radar, on the system. It needs to be remembered, and there is a chance that it will, because it's something that happened to me. So those are just a few tips there. And if you do come from a disadvantaged background like I did, there are programs specifically that are aimed at students like you. So aspiring solicitors, I've attended many open days through their programs. There's also Rare as well, and CEO London, and I will put the links below as well that you can check out. And they give advice, and they give you opportunity to attend open days and have almost a different pathway, sort of directly applying to the firms. They give you a particular pathway where if you come from a diverse background, you can get that information, access that information. So thank you very much for watching, and if you have any comments, please ask. Thank you.